Welcome back to the Dashing Investor YouTube channel, where we're all about positivity and finding the very best ways to make the most money as a DoorDash driver. So yeah, today guys, we're going to be talking all about the most common mistakes that might just be killing your earnings while doing Earn By Time. So yeah, we're going to go and jump right onto this video and into number one thing that might be killing your earnings under Earn By Time. And that is, quite frankly, going too fast. And I have been guilty of going too fast, especially if that earlier in that day I had been doing earn per offer, and then I switched to say a Earn By Time for whatever reason, and I'm still in that earn per offer mode where I'm trying to move as quickly as possible, pick that order up quickly as possible, looking at the staff, trying to get eye-to-eye contact so I can get that order quick as possible, driving through traffic, trying to get there quick as possible, hoping the customer go ahead and answer that door on a hand to me, or if I'm delivering to an office, trying to find them quickly as possible. Hey, cut all that. Earn By Time. Take your time. There's no need to rush. Hey, you're only being paid when you accept that order, and you stop being paid when you complete that order. Don't rush to stop your pay. Don't rush just to get back off the clock. And I have been guilty of that. So the number one thing, don't go so fast. Take your time. Take your time. Hey, if the staff is messing around or don't have the order ready, don't worry about it. It works in your favor. On the way to the customer, if you're being hit by every single stoplight, or you run into construction, or you run into an accident, don't worry about it. All that works into your favor. You get to the place, you can't find the customer don't want to answer the door. Hey, don't worry about it. All that plays into your favor on Earn By Time. So hey, yeah guys, take your time when you're doing Earn By Time. Yes, you still want to offer great customer service to the customer, so just don't like lollygag and all of that just on purpose. But hey, you know, hey, we're probably all guilty of it on Earn Per Offer. When we grab that order, we're moving through traffic. And hey, maybe sometimes traffic laws get broke or something. I don't know. But Earn By Time, hey, take your time. Don't worry about it. And the biggest thing, don't stress about the restaurant not having no order if you can't find the customer, or traffic lights and all of that, because all those negatives on Earn By Time plays in your favor. So don't worry about doing all that rushing and everything, because you're only rushing to get back off the clock. And if you're off the clock, you're not getting paid. The way to get paid on Earn By Time is stay on that clock as long as possible. But at the same time, don't do just lollygagging on purpose, because you still want to offer the customer good customer service. So yeah, that's one of the common mistakes that can kill your earnings while you're on Earn By Time. You got to switch that mode. And I know it's hard. Again, I do it too, especially if I'm used to doing Earn Per Offer all the time, and then I might switch to Earn By Time for whatever reason, whatever goal I'm trying to reach, and I'm still in that Earn Per Offer hustle mode. But yeah, number one, take your time, because you're only being paid when you're on that clock. Now, number two, and this is a very common mistake people make, is not being by your high paying restaurants. You make the most money when you're by your high paying restaurants, because those are the restaurants that most of the time tip. They're going to tip the most. Those are the bigger orders. So you're setting yourself up for a bigger tip. And of course, you've got a bigger tip, that means you made the most money. And DoorDash do call dashers that are in a closer proximity to certain restaurants. So find out where all your high paying restaurants are, and make sure you're close by those restaurants. If they're all nestled together, hey, sit in the middle of them. Just test different things. If you have one restaurant that pumps out a lot of orders and those are high paying orders, guess what? You need to be sitting in that parking lot. So just make sure you buy your high paying restaurants. If it's a lot of them, sit in the middle of them. And then just test different parking lots over time and see which one you really need to always go back and sit at. Because DoorDash, that is in their algorithm to send it to the closest dasher that is to that restaurant. But you also want to keep those ratings high as possible, the acceptance rate, the completion rate, and your customer, because that does play into it too. But definitely sit by those high paying restaurants to give yourself the best chance to receive those high paying tipping orders, because you do get paid by time on Earn By Time. DoorDash pays you whatever your hourly rate is, a fraction of that. In my town, it's $14.25. So if I work 15 minutes, I will get that 15-minute fraction of that $14.25. And of course, if a order takes a whole hour, hey, I get the whole $14.25 plus tips. So that's why you want to be by those high paying restaurants, to give yourself a better chance of getting a tip along with the hourly rate that DoorDash will give you. Now, number 3, and this is huge, guys. This is huge. That will kill your Earn By Time orders, and that's having a low acceptance rate. Hey guys, with the new tier program and even the top dasher program, hey, DoorDash ain't playing no more. They got their algorithm sharp and tight. People 69% and below acceptance rate, they're getting hit with all the low paying orders. So on Earn By Time, it's the same thing, just like it is on Earn Per Offer. You need to have your acceptance rate at least 70% and higher. And I recommend keep it between 87 and 93% acceptance rate. That way, 87%, you're staying ahead of a lot of the other dashers. Quite frankly, you're beating other dashers out for the better orders. But at the same time, on the high end, I say stay about 93%, so you will give yourself room to decline some of those bad orders that maybe come through. I don't recommend over 93%. I've already been up to 100%. I've found that 93% is just as good as 100%. Along with the acceptance rate, you want to make sure you keep that completion rate at least 95%. I like to keep it at 96% or better. I don't go under 96% because if you get kicked out, you get kicked out of the platinum program if you go under 95. So if you're 94, now you're in the gold tier instead of the platinum. So I like to not go below 96, just in case something crazy happens and I have to decline one and then go down to 95, but I'm still in the platinum program. So yeah, but make sure you stay 95 or higher with that completion rate. But I personally like to stay 96 or higher. And then that customer review rating, keep that high as possible. Just keep it high as possible. Don't go under that, probably that 4.9. So again, you're beating out other dashers, but really just keep that thing. If you can keep that thing at 5 star, keep it at 5 star, but keep that thing high as possible. But the major out of those ratings is that acceptance rate. Keep it between that 87 and 93%. And DoorDash, even under Earn By Time, will look at that and say, oh, okay, this guy here has 87 and 93% acceptance rate, good customer reviews, good completion rate. Send him that good tip order, and then you get a tip order combined with whatever the pay from DoorDash of that hourly pay they were planning on giving you for that order. If not, you're gonna get orders, but you're gonna get a lot of no tip orders. And if there's no tip on there, where of course that order payout will be a lot less. So that's a big mistake a lot of people are making, not keeping that acceptance rate high enough to even on Earn By Time to get those best orders. Because again, I can't stress it anymore. DoorDash new algorithm, they're steadily working on it. They're steadily working on it to make it, hey, the people with the high acceptance rate are really truly do have the priority of the best orders. Yeah. Can you get an order $69 and below a good order? Yes, you can get one here and there. And quite frankly, the only reason you got that is because the people with the high acceptance rates are probably already busy on an order and it trickled down to you. But it definitely is not going to be consistent. The only way it's going to be consistent is with that 70 or higher. But really, you really want to be between that 87 to 93 consistently to receive those higher paying orders. So the next and last is, quite frankly, not knowing your market. And what do I mean by not knowing your market? Is your money spot. Not talking about the hot spot, the DoorDash hot spot or anything like that. There are actually money spots inside that hot spot. So that just comes from testing. I can't tell you how to find that zone, but I know I have found it in my town where I consistently go back and sit in that spot. And for whatever reason, I haven't figured this out yet, but for whatever reason, when I sit in that spot, I get the best orders DoorDash has to offer more than I do sitting anywhere else. Now, I had to test it and find it. I didn't find it on the first day. I didn't find it a couple of weeks later, but I did find it. So you just start your journey. It's going to be inside of one of the hot spots. So start there. Definitely be inside one of the DoorDash hot spots and then bounce around and find out where that money spot is. And a big clue on that, find out where those high paying restaurants are and then sit in those different parking spots, or find you a central spot that's in the middle of them. And most likely you're not going to find it on the first time. You're going to have to jump around. Even if you receive like some good orders in one spot, try it out for a week and then switch it up. Because you don't want to say, oh, you do it one or two times. Hey, I got some great orders here. And now all of a sudden you think that's a great spot and the next few weeks is just garbage. Or you may find, you sit in a spot and it might not be that great, and that might have been your money spot, but for whatever that day or two, it wasn't that great because that's the nature of DoorDash, and it might have been the great spot. So test these spots for at least 7 days so you have a full week of data to compare to other spots that you're sitting at and find that money spot. I mean, truly, like really work on trying to find that money spot. And like I say, the first clue, it is in DoorDash's hot spot. But then work around that hot spot till you find it, and then test it for about 7 days. And then hopefully within about a month and a half, maybe take you 2 months, but you'll find that spot. I know it took me like 2.5 months to find that money spot. I had to keep trying all these different spots, and then bam, I finally found that spot, and I go back to that spot. I don't care if I'm on Earn By Time or Earn Per Offer. I go back to that money spot because that's where DoorDash is going to send me the orders that have those tips that push those order payouts higher. And also check out the pause method. Check out that whole video on that, because that works good with sitting in your money spot and getting back to your money spot, so the other restaurants are not hitting you like little fast food restaurants, all them little no tip restaurants, especially when you're on Earn By Time DoorDash. They're going to hit you with all that type stuff and just kill your earnings. So check out my video about the pause method, and because that's a great compliment with Earn Per Offer and Earn By Time, getting back to your money spot inside the hot spot from DoorDash. But yeah, guys, those are the 4 things that could be killing your Earn By Time earnings. But as always, guys, I want y'all to be positive out here. You know, DoorDash is up and down sometimes, but just stay positive. Find out when the best times of your the month and the worst times of the month, and adjust your mindset. You know, when you have those best times, hey, everything is lovely. But when you go through them rough times, hey, switch your mindset. You may have to lower your goals a little bit, or you may have to work longer, or you set your monthly goal and then you adapt to different parts of the month depending on what kind of payouts you're getting. So just make sure you switch your mindset. Then that psychologically will make you be able to handle DoorDash inconsistent up and down earnings as you go along. And as always, guys, I want y'all to stay positive, stay focused on your goals. Don't let nobody stop you from reaching your goals. And as always, please be safe out here and keep getting this money.